Hey, dude.
Hey.
We're live.
Hey, look at that. Live on the old YouTube.
Yeah, man. Listen, I know that this is weird.
Hey,
doing.
dude. Hey.
We're live.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, it's my bad.
Live on the old YouTube. Good start.
Yep.
We're off to a really good start with the new setup.
Yeah, we stuttering John the fuck out of that.
Whoops.
So listen, I've been thinking really hard about a new podcast that I think would be really cool.
Okay.
So it's going to be me. It's going to be you.
Okay.
It's going to be Croge.
Yep.
Producer Chris.
Okay.
Kaya.
Okay.
Vic's roommate.
Yep. Lindsay.
Yep. And, we just hang.
It's just a hang show, right?
Yeah.
Can we all be simps and try to hit on Lindsay the whole time?
If we get an extra $10.
Love it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It's a creep off.
Oh, you run this now.
Yeah, don't fuck it up.
Whoops. 0 for 2. We got competing boards here.
It's the creep off.
Hola, creepos.
Hey, what's happening, Vinny?
Welcome to the podcast that's coming to you straight from the tap. It's the creep off, baby.
So you listened to the Brett Hatley episode of WGP?
Oh, I had a good time yesterday.
God
I enjoyed
damn,
it.
that was a marathon. That was a slog.
I don't do that very often. I don't listen to your show, but you know.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah. Well, welcome to another episode of the Creep Off, the world's worst contest. Carl and I today are going to continue our mortal battle to find out who is the worst. And today we have a theme, Carl.
Yes, we do.
Our theme was voted on by you, the listeners, on our Twitter at CreepOffPod.
You always give people an option of 3 different themes, and then they choose the one that we end up going with.
Yes, this week we went for American politician.
Yep.
We went for creepiest restaurant worker, and then we also went for potpourri, which was your suggestion. I will point that out.
But you know why? Because people give me suggestions for creeps, and they never fit into any of the themes. So it's like every now and then we should just have one where it's just kind of random, whatever you want to do.
Sure.
I thought that'd be fun.
You know, we used to do that whole show was just potpourri. It was just whatever the worst possible thing we could fucking find was.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks ago. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that pretty well.
Until we started some Law and Order around here. Now,
So, what happened with the results from last week, Vinny? Because we are tied up 2-2.
Well,
I had a 2-0 lead. You came roaring back with the help of your friends voting for you.
you brand one pussy.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Apparently that's all it takes to win the creep off is you have to brand a woman's vagina.
Carl coming in with almost 54% of the vote to take Vinny and take a 3-2 lead in this contest.
Well, I will congratulate you, sir.
All right.
It is going to be a short-lived victory because today I'm coming guns a-blazing and I plan on tying this thing up by next week.
So did we mention what the theme is? I'm sorry. I think I'm going to jump the gun on us.
Now, we did, but that's all right.
We did say restaurant workers.
Restaurant workers was the winner this week.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
this week we seek to find the creepiest restaurant worker not named Tom Myers.
Oh, really? All right.
Well, you are the first. You get to go. You do get to. I'm a mush mouth. Sorry, folks. You get to go first because you won.
All right. Let's do it. Let's begin. My creep this week is an overnight manager at Panera Bread in San Francisco. Her name is Vic.
I should have said Vic, shouldn't I?
I'm just kidding. My creep is Tom Myers. And I'll tell you why my creep is Tom Myers, because you set me up for this. You made it restaurant workers. Of course it's going to be Tom Myers. I'm just going to call it right now. This is pretty much just going to be an episode of Who Are These Podcasts. I'm just going to make
go
fun
ahead.
of
What did he do now?
I'll tell you what he did. He fucking doxed me, this asshole. And
You done what?
I don't take kindly to people doxing me on the internet. All right. He tweeted out a couple of days ago a screen grab of my LinkedIn profile, my full name, the whole thing. And he writes, "This profile sucks. What are you trying to do? Pass yourself off as some yuppie lumberjack whose only specialty is teleconferencing?" his smack talk is so hard to like come back to. And I'm like, what
Not
do
a
I
creep.
say?
I like him.
What do I say? Oh, you like that? You like?
I like him. I think he's right on. I mean, what are you trying to be? Some kind of like manly man, Carl? Look at you over there.
You like it when people dox me, huh?
Yeah.
Well, there's a guy on.
I use
Twitter-
my actual name. I'm like, I'm Vinny Paulino. I can't help it.
Yeah, but you don't make as many enemies as I do.
Oh yeah, that's probably true.
You're associated with me, which is probably not great.
I think our association is like a heel tag team. We really are quite good.
Yeah, I would agree with
We're
that.
like the Road Warriors from the late 70s, early 80s.
Okay, way to fucking make a reference and no one's gonna know what the fuck you're talking about. Good
My
job.
God.
Good job with your inside. Okay, so I got another tweet from Crispy Fresh 16, and that person said, "Doxing is the last refuge of the cry bully bitch. I have no doubt Tom Myers is an Antifa supporter who beats off to news footage of looting and burning small businesses." I saw that and retweeted it and said, "This person seems to know what he's talking about. Comment at Tom Myers and feel free to wait until your hostess shift ends." Because yes, it is true. Tom Myers does work at a restaurant, which he's made very clear.
Are you gonna dox Tom Myers?
No, everyone knows who Tom Myers is. There's no
Right,
doxing
but are you
to
gonna
be
tell
done.
him what restaurant it is?
He's the one who puts it out there. He doxed himself.
Okay.
I honestly don't even remember the name of it. I think it's going on the Wheel of Consequences, though, right?
Absolutely. We added this, by the way. It is in, where is it? Farrell, Maryland or something stupid like that. It's a Mexican place.
Well, I have a clip here.
And if you get it on the wheel, you have to go have dinner there. So
I have a clip here that explains it. He was on some show, and he's talking about the people who don't like him, namely Nick Mullen from Cumtown and this guy, Mickey Cucella. Do you know who that is?
no.
Mickey Cucella is a comedian. He was the morning disc jockey in Baltimore for many years. So he was a morning show guy. And they're talking specifically about how Mickey doesn't think he's very funny. And this is Tom Myers on that show talking about how him and Mickey have actually made up.
I have to be nice. I have to legit be nice about Mickey because I think he and I have kind of declared like an unofficial ceasefire.
You're truce now, right?
He comes into the restaurant where my name's on the liquor license of this restaurant up in Falston. You know, at least once a week he comes in.
All right. This is such a weird humble brag.
Hold on. He wanted to keep coming into the restaurant. I told him, you better stop talking about me online.
Yeah, I know. It's a difference. So
What a...
did you hear how he explained his job?
Do you know how much WATP I've had in my life the last few weeks? This is just hurting my soul. Keep going.
It's
Okay.
great, isn't it? You sleep better at night. You feel better about yourself. Everything about it is fantastic. So he explains that his name is on the liquor license, Vinny. Did you hear that? He didn't say he comes into the restaurant where I work. He didn't say he comes into the restaurant that I own. He didn't say he comes into the restaurant that I manage. He said he comes into the restaurant where my name is on the liquor license. Do you know why his name is on the liquor license, Vinny?
Yes, because his owners of the restaurants were out of country when they
Yes.
got the liquor license.
Correct. His name is on it because he's a U.S. citizen with a pulse. It has nothing to do with any accomplishment in life. He's just an employee at this restaurant. There's like 5 locations of this Mexican restaurant. I looked at their menu. There's 1,000 of these fucking restaurants in every town you go to. It's all the same shit. Very generic. Tom's all proud of himself because his name is on the liquor license. What a pathetic loser. I want to say that
The
again.
name of the show is not Loser Off,
I just
Carl.
want to say that again. Tom Myers, you know what? Don't even vote for me this week. I don't care. I just want to get it out there. Tom Myers is a fucking pathetic loser.
So this is what you do when you get ahead of point.
Yeah. I feel like I
This
have one
is
to
how
burn.
you treat the game.
I have one to burn this week. All right. Let's talk about why this guy's a creep.
All right.
Let's talk about his
I'm still
comedy.
waiting.
Let's talk about his He doxed me.
Don't you play his comedy on the show.
Oh, man.
Don't you
I
play
told
his
you.
comedy on the show.
I didn't pick restaurant worker. You picked it. Now I got to turn this into WATP. I apologize, but that's what's happening. All right. These are all jokes you haven't heard yet. By the way, Vinny came out and did a bonus episode of WATP with me last week, and we played every joke that Tom Myers wrote in his Politipod podcast and just analyzed it. Just played each joke one by one. Each one worse than the one before it. None of them made any sense. Just nonsensical political
I'm
humor.
slipping away from you as you say that. Like in my own brain, I
know.
can't
You're not paying
even.
attention. All right.
No, dude, you don't understand. It's terrible. It's really, really bad.
Oh, I do. I do understand. Oh, no. This is where you're wrong, Vinny. I do understand.
So you're weaponizing it?
Yes. All right. So he loves to talk about pot jokes. He's a history buff. He has a 4-year degree in history, and he likes to combine that with how people act when they're high on pot. That's one of his favorite formulas. Now you're going to hear this. The setup you might have heard before.
Well, historically, they eat a lot of junk food and think about how they could create a better world for everybody.
Are you trying to punch up his material right now?
No, I'm just trying to guess which hack premise he goes with.
So we've actually heard this premise before because I played. I don't know if you were on it or not, but on WATP I played him on some show. But this is a different punchline. So I want to start off with this founding fathers pot joke.
But they go ahead and rationalize it this way. They say that our founding fathers smoked pot. Now, the only founding father I could have seen smoking pot would have been Benjamin Franklin, all right? Benjamin Franklin came up with the concept of daylight savings time. Only a pothead could come up with that concept.
That's not his
Only
joke.
a pothead could think along the lines of, let's just push everything back an hour.
You've heard that before, Vinny?
Yep. Brian Ball does that joke.
Oh, does Brian Ball stealing Tom Myers comedy? Brian Ball!
Brian Ball's been doing that joke for like at least 11 years.
Can I ask this?
And he follows it up with a couple other dumb, stupid jokes.
All right, let's not go through Brian Ball's whole routine.
Yeah, I don't want to, but you're forcing me to.
Can
Like,
I
this
ask you this?
I can't believe that was that joke.
Is Brian Ball's punchline only a pothead would come up with daylight savings times? Because that was
Yes!
the punchline. That's not a good punchline.
Yes!
That's not a funny punchline.
Is my name Brian Ball? Is my name Tom Myers?
All right, so
Do I police other people's acts?
what Tom Myers does is he doesn't keep talking about Benjamin Franklin. He transitions into how Portland has a lot of potheads too. Wait until you hear this doozy. This is more pot humor.
Speaking of pot, I've been to Portland, Oregon, which is apparently I found this.
Did I say Portland, Oregon? I can't
Take
remember.
out the R.
I
It's
can't
Portland,
remember.
Oregon.
Oh, there you
Tom
go.
Myers.
All right, sorry. Let's get back to this clip.
Speaking of pot, I've been to Portland, Oregon, which is apparently I found this out when I was there. It's like the medicinal marijuana card capital of the United States. Woohoo! Like the little Amsterdam, right there in Portland. And as a result, you want to carefully choose who you ask directions from in Portland. I'll give you an example. I'm on 4th Street. I need to get over to 6th Street. Easy enough to do, right? Not when you ask directions from someone who looks like Jerry Garcia's twin brother. The guy looked at me like, what, 4th Street to 6th Street? I don't know if I have enough weed to tell you how to get there, dude. But I do like traveling around the country.
All right, I had to leave that part at the end to show you that was the end of that joke. That was the punchline. So that took 43 seconds to get through that joke.
That was a long, strange trip, Carl.
It sure was, Vinny.
Um,
I can't believe he's trying to build this premise where he's asking a stoner for directions from 4th Street to 6th Street. They're probably in order, Tom. No one's ever asked that question before.
I don't know why I worked so hard today to get a good creep.
I'm sorry. Am I ruining everything?
Keep going. Tell me more about Tom Myers.
This guy sucks at comedy, and he calls himself a comedian. These are not jokes. I got 2 more examples for you, Vinny.
That's a terrible joke. By the way, can I say,
Yeah.
word economy is important, and one of the things with this guy,
God.
and I hate to say it again, like the stuff you played, I heard yesterday, the jokes that he does. I actually went back and I listened to the first Politipod episode you did.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to hear the origins of this shit.
Uh-huh.
And the thing with his jokes is he always adds a terrible descriptor to the end that's too long.
Right.
A joke falls flat, and then he makes it fall flatter if it's possible.
Correct.
Like, he could have just said, and asked for a guy who looked like Jerry Garcia. Then he adds on twin brother, and it just makes it even worse. So this guy really does not understand how comedy works.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good summation. I was going to try to analyze that joke more, but now I'm just exhausted by it. This is a joke about radio station giveaways. This is something that we can all relate to.
But when I do drive, I like listening to the radio a lot.
Wait, hold on a second. Listen to that transition.
What is he, chauffeured the rest of the time? What the
Listen
fuck
to
is he
that
talking about?
transition because the one thing that I pointed out is on his Make America Innate Again album, none of it is joined together. It's all just random, this thing, that thing, this thing. But I love that he was talking about driving and he's like, but when I drive, I like to listen to the radio. Like, who talks like that? Who would ever talk like that? All right, let's listen to this.
But when I do drive, I like listening to the radio a lot. One of my favorite things are when radio stations go ahead and promote themselves. They try to do giveaways. Like, I was listening to this one radio station, and they said that if you listen to us, be this caller at this time, we'll let you know when to call, and you could win a brand new Hummer and a $1,000 gas card. Really? I listen to your stupid station. The only thing you're going to give me is an ugly-looking vehicle and enough gas to fill about, half the tank? I don't think so.
All the problems with this joke.
You can see it coming from a mile away.
It's not even that. Yes, you can see it from a mile away. But
$1,000 gas card. That's not even going to fill the tank of a Hummer, Vinny.
Here's the
Those
most-
are gas guzzlers.
you know how you do that joke properly?
No. Please explain it to
If
me.
you
I have no
if this
idea.
joke would have even a breath of life, it's simple.
Yeah.
I was listening to the radio the other day. They said if I listen, I have a chance to win a Hummer and $1,000. Oh, that's great. I listen to this radio station. The only thing I get is a Hummer and a half a tank of gas.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah. All right.
So,
If you worked on that for a second, you would make it. Yes, you could get that to the right place.
right. You could, but
Yeah.
do you realize how long that clip was you just played
Yes.
for me?
Yes. He just so many words, so much.
And it's not a good joke. I'm
It's not
just saying,
needed.
if you just
You're telling me that
Just,
I get
tighten
rewarded
it.
for listening to your station, and I have to call in, and I have to get this thing by this time, and
I can win a Hummer with half a tank of gas.
Dude, come on.
Waka waka.
Well, also he said an ugly vehicle. He's like, he had to rip on Hummers too, real quick. Like, all right, let's not try to work so many jokes into this one joke here, Tom. Calm down, slow
He's
down.
so above having a Hummer.
Oh, get ready for this one. You want to talk about
No.
generic comedy? Guess what he's listening to when he's listening to the radio, Vinny?
What?
Bluegrass music.
Also, when I'm driving, listening to the radio, I like listening to bluegrass music. I do. A lot of it's really good, but a lot of it just gets too hokey. Like the subjects are just absolutely basic. Like
Pot meat
I
kettle.
was listening to this one bluegrass station, and this singer went on and he went, "Well, my wife ran off and left me, yeehaw, and my kids all ran away from home, woo, and my dog ran down to the creek and drowned himself, and I don't know why." Probably because you wouldn't give up your singing career there, goober.
Is not the punchline.
Yes,
Fucking idiot.
thank you.
And
It's
that
because he didn't
joke,
get a reaction.
that
he had to do that.
joke. Oh, holy fuck! Is that joke hack by 1,000? I cannot even describe how many people have done that joke. That joke is up there with fucking. Hey, you ever notice when you get a prescription, they have all the. You see these commercials on TV for prescriptions, and they have all sorts of side effects. You know, the side effects are worse than what you had to begin with.
Yeah.
It's that level of a joke.
It is, and it's not even accurate. Bluegrass music is not the woe is me, my wife left me music. Bluegrass music is either gospel or it's super positive. Bluegrass music is performed by musicians who are fucking killing it at life.
And they're
They
high as
shred.
shit, every bluegrass musician I
Yes.
ever met.
I've never seen a banjo player who's saying woe is me. He's too busy shredding on his instrument.
Fucking
He's
Steve
thinking-
Martin just goes to town.
Right. I've seen Steve Martin and
He
whatever
can
the
kill
name of
on that
band is. They
thing.
fucking crush. Anyway, my point is, it doesn't even make fucking sense. That's like such a hack country music setup. You ever listen to these country music where the guy moves his life? Come on, dude. Where are you going with this?
If he had said, I like to listen to the old outlaw country where they were just depressed about everything.
Yeah, that would make more
like
sense.
he puts no thought into the hack punchline that's been done a million times. He literally took a punchline that's been done a million times, stole it.
Yep.
That ain't his.
Yep.
Stole it.
Yep.
And made it worse.
Yep.
While stealing it. That is hard to do. Good job, Tom.
I want to read to you the bio page of tommyers.us, if you don't mind. Someone actually wrote to me on Patreon. It's like, you got to check out this bio page. And I find it to be pretty entertaining. Tom Myers is a comedian who tackles any subject, whether the topic is current events, social and political issues, or a topic other comedians would not even approach.
Any subject but humor.
Tom is not afraid to make you laugh about it using his straight-talking, no-hold-barred manner. Does that describe his comedy in any single way? We just played you the most generic base jokes possible, and he thinks he's got a no-holds-bar style.
Fucking Bill Hicks right here. It's fucking Leary.
Oh my God. And
He's coming at you, audience.
oh, dude, that just fucking reminded me. I have to play you the new stinger that PJ put together because it's one of the fucking funniest things ever. All right, let's play the Tom Myers stinger because if you remember, he compared himself to a firefighter and I think a police officer. When the woman asked him on this TV show, sometimes you get in trouble for the jokes that you tell. Why do you continue to tell these jokes that you get in trouble for? And this was his answer.
You know, it's no different than, you know, a police officer running to the scene of a crime or a firefighter running into a burning building. It's what I do.
This guy's a delusional boob. In addition to being a comedian, Tom is an actor, a sports PA announcer, and an event MC with several years of experience in the performing arts. In addition to performing, Tom is a regular writer and performer on Politipod, a politics-based podcast where he writes and performs one-liners and contributes to various sketches. Previously, he was a co-host on Walrus and Friends, an online lunchtime radio show. The show enjoyed a 3-month run and was broadcast from a studio in Abingdon, Maryland. I don't know why that matters.
The
he had
lunch with the Walrus show?
It was called Walrus and Friends, and it was an online lunchtime radio show. By the way, an online radio show is equivalent to talking to yourself in your
Let me
basement.
tell you why that was
No one's
doomed to
listening
fail.
that.
Let me tell you why that was doomed to fail.
Yeah.
Most people at lunchtime get the fuck away from their computers.
That's a pretty good point. Yep.
The people don't want to sit there and listen to and stare at their computer screen while they eat their lunch. They want to not stare at their computer screen.
What I love about this bio is how much he's focusing on the early years of Tom Myers. Tom was born January 29, 1983 in Maryland. He started as an improv performer in 1998 at only 15 years of age. Could you imagine him as an improv performer? Holy shit, I think I need a bong hit transplant to watch that.
I feel like they're all exactly like that.
He stopped doing improv in 2001 to focus on stand-up comedy. He performed his first stand-up routine during an audition for a talent show his senior year in high school. So wait, did he even get on the talent show? He performed it for an audition for a talent show.
You wouldn't say that I auditioned if you made it. That's
I just caught up that just now.
That's fucking funny. Okay, hold on.
Oh boy.
You put I auditioned for a talent show in high school in your fucking
He auditioned to be on a talent show. This guy's obviously very talented. Even Stuttering John would be like, I don't know, dude, that's not that impressive.
Oh, it's the funniest thing I've fucking ever heard. Oh my god. They're right. This guy is the greatest hack of all time.
In 2004, Tom recorded and produced his own comedy CD, Words of Mass Destruction. In addition, Tom hosted a news comedy quiz talk show called The Myers Experience on Goucher's radio station and appeared in a handful of plays before graduating with a history degree in 2005.
So he had a college radio show.
Yeah.
And was in plays.
Yes, correct.
Eh.
And this is on his bio. This is supposedly a professional comedian. He's got on his bio that he started a play in college.
Yeah.
Tom's second CD, Pitchforks, Torches, and Other Random Thoughts, was released on November 11, 2013. The CD was recorded and produced in Maryland using more updated recording equipment than the kind used for his previous CD.
I'm sorry about the first one, everybody.
Tom followed that release in July of 2015.
Who wrote this? The worst.
Tom did!
Oh my
What do you think?
God.
He has a publicist or a manager or friends? What are you talking about? Who wrote this? Tom wrote it! So anyway, he followed that with the release in 2015, Shot from the Quip, a collection of his best of moments from the radio show Walrus and Friends. So his third album is his best of. I gotta hear this. This is something we need to review.
So it is.
Why even talk
hold
about
on,
creeps
hold on,
anymore?
hold
Let's
on.
just talk about Tom Myers. Can this just be the Tom
No,
Myers suck show?
I worked all day on my creep. And hold on, you're telling me that this man sold a CD of the best of his performances on a radio show that ran for 3 months.
Yes, that no one ever heard. And then he went through and figured out the best bits, apparently, and put that together for a CD. Just a little bit more here.
There,
Tom released his 4th CD, Make America Innate Again, in April of 2018, 1 month after recording his one-man show of the same name at the Cultural Arts Center in Maryland. So he's calling his stand-up, that was 36 minutes long and devoid of humor, a one-man show. Have you ever called a stand-up routine you did a one-man show? Of any?
no, because it's not.
Because it's stand-up.
I know what a one-man show is. The actual definition of a one-man show is somebody who goes and does a show about one topic. Like you pick a topic and you do like a presentation.
Colin
on it.
Quinn has done one-man shows.
Correct. In
They're
fact, he's the
brilliant.
one who explained it to me. I asked him, and he told me. He was like, "Yeah, it's what everybody does. One topic."
Tom is also a PA announcer for the weekend youth tournaments at Ripken Baseball in Aberdeen, Maryland. Tom has announced games for the Babe Ruth League's Cal Ripken World Series.
The Babe Ruth League is the fat guys. It's like the my league.
Yeah, Vinny's a star in the Babe Ruth League. All right, so that's some fun stuff. I got one more clip for you. This is going back to that show that he was on where they were asking him about how all these people say that he's not very good at comedy.
Right.
And I found this to be interesting. I like the way I don't know who this host is, but I like the way he worded this question.
We kind of brought up the Nick Mullen, the Cumtowns, and the Mickey Coachellas of the world, even to the extent the Joe Robinsons, the Rob Mayers, who have basically said you're you're the world's worst comedian. Okay, this is not what I'm saying.
Right.
This is what they're saying, right?
I know.
Now,
I know because
Have
people
you
said me,
ever-
hey, here's what they're saying about you. Like,
Could you imagine being the guest on a show? And the guy's like, "No, Vinny Paulino, you've been described by many in our profession as the world's worst comedian.
Your peers have defined your career for you.
We've all decided there is nobody worse at comedy than you, sir. Care to comment?"
You know, the greatest compliment is being a comic's comic.
Yes, it's true.
Oh,
Comedians do not understand what the fuck you're trying to accomplish. Care to comment?
It's one of those things where, any idiot who goes and does an open mic calls themselves a comedian. Whether they did it once, whether they want... I know people who wanted to do comedy that never did it that still call themselves comedians.
You talking about Patrick Michael now?
No, I'm talking about
We
another guy.
change subjects.
Another guy that one of these days, we'll do personal trolls. We'll do creepiest personal trolls, and I'll give you mine and you do yours. That could be fun.
Okay.
I call Kevbot.
That's not fair.
Just kidding. He's listening.
Is
He's
he
watching live
watching
right
on
now.
YouTube right now?
Hi, Kevbot.
Hey, Kevbot.
He named his dog after you. He got a dog just to name it after you, I
Saw
think.
that. Carl, right?
Yeah, Carl. Carl.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Okay.
To hang out with Kitty Paulino.
Yeah.
Kitty Paulino needed a
Jesus
friend.
Christ. I don't think we should encourage this behavior. Right?
All right.
All right, so that's what I got. Tom Myers, vote for me at thecreepoff.com. Because Vinny thinks he's going to win this week, so we need to deflate his ego a little bit. What do you
Well,
got, buddy?
kids, I'm sorry for the length of this episode, but we're going to learn a lot together today. My creepiest restaurant worker, his name is Paul Foodie Futenhauer, which is
That's his God-given name. Huh?
Photenhauer. He's one of yours.
What?
Isn't that like
Why did I say
German?
God-given? God doesn't give people names. What am I
That's
talking
true.
about?
Well, he's originally from, I believe, like Scotland or something.
Okay.
But he is an author and currently a chef in the Bay Area.
Okay.
He has penned not one, but 2 cookbooks about how you can mix your lover's semen into your daily diet.
Oh, boy. Wait. For real?
For reals.
And
In
people-
fact,
there's an audience for this.
Carl, there's an article on Snopes about him because so many people did not believe that this is real, but it is real.
You know what this sounds like to me, Vinny?
Some are odd and some deranged, stories that are very strange.
Hot takes!
No, weird news.
No, it's hot takes. I'm taking it back.
All right.
Okay, so he wrote his first cookbook, Carl. Would you like to guess the name of his first semen cookbook?
Come to dinner?
No, that's a good one, though. He named it Natural Harvest,
Okay.
a collection of semen-based recipes, and he followed it up by Semenology, the semen bartender's handy book.
I feel like this guy and that flute guy from last week who was jerking off at all those girls' flutes should get together and make it put together a whole performance. You can have dinner. You can watch some music. Oh, boy.
It's available on Amazon now for $22.49.
Wow.
And here's just a little bit of the
Vinny, how the fuck did you find this?
because
I mean, I'm very curious what you Googled to find this guy.
so we're looking for creeps, restaurant related, right? So I was trying to think what would be the creepiest thing somebody could do, and I thought it would be putting semen in food. So I Googled semen chef, and bingo.
That was where your mind went to. No wonder you're better at this game than I am.
Well,
I would never
what's
think of
creepier?
that.
I would like to read the dedications. This one is from his book Semenology.
Okay.
I dedicate this book to all my enthusiastic fans that have supported my efforts to continue the promotion of semen in the kitchen. This book is long overdue. Thank you for the support and patience. And a special thanks to Rickard Gagner, whose well-developed semen palate was invaluable in the test kitchen.
Oh boy. All right.
That's right there. That's actually from the book. It's on the Amazon look inside. You can see it. Yeah, Carl.
Can I suggest that perhaps that should be the creep? The official taster of this fucking guy's cooking.
Here's the official description of the book. Semen is not only nutritious, but it also has a wonderful texture and an amazing cooking property, like fine wine and cheeses. The taste of semen is complex and dynamic. Did you know that?
I only drink it straight from the tap.
The taste of a man who got.
What do you got? What are you playing over there? What do
Oh,
you got?
just a little.
The taste of a man who got.
Let's see that dick.
Ah, fuck you. The taste of semen is complex. Semen is, quote, inexpensive to produce.
Oh, that's true.
And is commonly available in many, if not most, homes and restaurants.
Jeez Louise.
Despite all of these positive qualities, semen remains neglected as a food. Now,
Because it's not a food. It has a very specific purpose, and it's not nourishment.
this guy, here's the thing. You
Come
can't
on.
find...
It's neglected as a food. It's like saying maple is neglected as a food.
It's true. People eat it all the time.
Why
You're
are we
absolutely
using
right.
steel? Why is it so neglected as a food? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
But people do swallow it all the time.
That's
So,
That's a good point.
listen. So here's the thing about this guy. His bio and his background is very well hidden. Like his name's on these books. The books are real. It blows my mind. But they did an interview with him, and I have a clip from the interview. He was asked how he came up with the idea for doing this cookbook, and he says it started when he took a new job.
Okay.
Pig Vomit says to me, "This is not WNBC. It is WNBC. WNBC." And I was not saying the call letters right. It's a big problem. So, in order to rectify this,
Yes.
I brought in a cup of Blackwell semen.
Semen.
I'm going to gargle with this and say the call letters over and over again until I get it.
That's the story.
All right.
He did that. Now, Carl, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I told you I came prepared today.
Yep.
No pun intended. Our friend here, Foodie, has a YouTube channel
Okay.
full of his wonderful recipes.
Okay.
And I would like to show you a video. One of his recipes. This is for a very special dessert, Carl.
Why did I agree to do this show? You know, when you asked me to do this show.
Why'd you make me listen to Tom Myers, asshole?
Yeah, good point. All right.
This is my chocolate peanut butter semen dessert. It's really easy to make. Just crumble some peanut butter cups.
Finish
into a
it right
bowl,
there. You're good.
microwave
You got
for
it.
a minute or so.
No.
Mix in some whipping
Now,
cream,
you notice there's
stir
two
it
little
all
cups
together
there.
into a nice soup.
Oh God.
Then you add some vanilla custard.
Yep, you had some vanilla custard.
Just enough to make it filling nice and smooth.
Okay.
Mix it all together,
Yep.
and then you add
Okay.
semen.
Okay.
I always add it all at once, and it doesn't really matter if you use fresh semen or frozen semen. Yeah, both.
This guy's a fucking creep. All right. So can I just make a point here?
Sure.
If you could put anything in with those other ingredients he just showed, and it would taste good. That proves it's not a good. It's not a good ingredient for food if you have to mix it with nothing but sugary deliciousness.
Now we're gonna get to there in a second when I show you his next video.
there's
But
more
hold on a
cooking
second.
videos? All right.
I want you to see this. This is the part that creeped me out.
Yeah.
Just listening to this guy and watching him do this. Now just listen to what he says, and you could describe it for the people, Carl.
With whipping cream and some chocolate.
All right, he's making sure that the two pans he's created are flat. He's pouring some whipped cream on top.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah,
Excited
yeah.
when I made this
It needs to be
video.
creamier.
So,
Now he's pouring
couldn't quite
some
pour the chocolate
Hershey's.
sauce
You just talked over what he said.
Oh, I'm sorry. He told me to describe it.
Listen closely.
Excited when I made this video, so couldn't quite pour the chocolate sauce on as gracefully as I had thought.
I got excited while making this video.
So he's jerking off the other hand because you only see one hand. Of
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's all flummoxed and like he's spilling chocolate sauce on the side of this fucking
Yeah.
thing because he's all fucking hot and bothered
Yeah, okay.
making his Reese's cum dessert.
Yeah.
Now, Carl, that's from his food cookbook. How would you like to learn how to make a macho mojito?
Yeah.
This is from my latest book, Semenology. This drink is called the Macho Mojito.
For those of you watching at home, there's an empty cup, and then a little, what would you call it, like a cognac glass?
Yeah.
Quarter filled with semen.
Yeah.
And now he's squeezing limes and
The
sugar.
semen looks neatly poured too.
Yeah.
It's not like it's dripping off the side or anything like that. I don't know how he got it in there, but
Yeah, no hairs either. That's impressive.
must use a Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0.
But yeah, he's dropping in the stuff. And I'll tell you what, I'll do you a favor. I'll fast forward it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I
We'll
think
get to
I
the
know
good part.
what's going to happen.
Well, here's the thing, Carl. You can't just put the cum in the fucking drink.
You
Carl.
can't?
No, you have to make it a little
See?
fancier.
See, it shows what I know.
So here you go.
What
Pay
kind of
attention.
mixologist am I?
Pay attention.
I'm watching.
And then we gotta add some powdered sugar to the semen.
You got to put powdered sugar in.
Tiny bit of powdered sugar. And then whisk it nicely.
This is on YouTube?
This is on
They
YouTube.
allow this? Oh, fucking gross.
He's whisking with an electric whisk.
Yeah.
Semen and powdered sugar.
Yeah. What are we doing now? Is he tasting it? He's tasting it,
A
isn't he?
little more powdered sugar.
Oh my god, he just fucking tasted it.
I squoze it myself. Hope it's not too tangy.
Oh my god.
It needed more powdered sugar, Carl. Oh, I'm making you watch this.
Of course it needs
I
more
wasn't
powdered
going to make you
sugar!
watch this, but then you brought in Tom Myers, so
Of
fuck
course
you.
it tastes. Of course it needs more sugar. It's fucking semen. It's not gonna taste good. You fucking idiots. Jesus Christ.
And
So
then
then what you do
add
is-
the semen over.
Then you just pour the powdered sugar cum into your
Oh,
regular
that is a
mojito.
slow pour. Ah, he's gonna scrape it in. Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Is he gonna get a milk mustache after
And
drinking
excited.
this? Oh God. He didn't even stir it in. It's just. Oh fuck me. Oh God. Oh, and you know what? This is our worst podcast for people who just listen to the show. These are all visual.
Yeah,
things.
so you probably
So
should
vote
watch
for
it.
Carl.
But yeah, basically, do not vote for Carl. Vote for me, the guy who found these horrible videos. Well, not looking for how to make semen cupcakes.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Sure. So that guy is a creep.
Yeah.
I will give it to you.
Yeah. He's
But he's-
creepier than Tom Myers.
Well, is he the worst comedian ever? I mean,
But no, my guy is probably the worst restaurant worker ever.
yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Vinny, we get any voicemails this week or anything?
Carl, we did.
Oh, good.
We did. In fact, we got a call in from one of our good friends that we haven't heard from in a while.
Not Imbecile Wilhelm.
Oh, it certainly is.
I love Imbecile Wilhelm. He's in
Yeah.
he's in the subreddit too. He's great.
Yes, here we go. Here's Imbecile.
Imbecile here. I have called to put in my 2 cents as my greatest knowledge is of virtue and honest dealing. Vinny is a cheater.
Yes.
Boom.
His points should be deducted.
Agreed.
gerrymandering, horse trading, and other evil doings. And to prep boy Rick, you imbecile, half of the towns and cities in New York are named after Native Americans.
This is true.
Perhaps you've heard of the Mohawk
Yeah.
River.
Yeah.
Oregon! Oregon! Oregon!
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, that was a callback to our caller last week who did not like the way we pronounced the name of his state.
I have to say, imbecile's starting to get a little smarter. He's starting to make some sense all of a sudden.
I think he...
Let's deduct some points off of Vinny's total, people.
No, I disagree because...
Gerrymandering.
Hey, Carl.
My least favorite Jerry.
Carl, you can try to throw stones at me, but the jig is up, motherfucker.
What do you mean?
The jig is up. You're caught. You are caught red fucking handed.
What did I do?
Cheating with your fucking bot farm. And I can prove it.
Okay.
Hi, this is Tom from Global Bot Farms. Yeah, I run a bot farm, and I'm reaching out for a Carl Hamburger or Carl Asperger's. I can't really read the notes on this account, but he's delinquent on a payment for 50 online votes for something called the Creep Off. Yeah, just tell him to call me back. We really love to get him those illegal votes so he can win some weird podcast. Yeah, call me back.
Yeah, Carl.
Oh, no.
You goddamn cheats.
Oh, you don't say. All right,
I
you
do
just
say.
give me the number off the air, please.
Okay.
So I can give that person a call back. And straighten this out. I'm not in touch with any bot farms. It's crazy.
You ready for a scum parade?
Am I ready for a scum parade?
Hit that music.
Let's do it, baby.
Well, in the middle of the night and the early morning light, you can see these are creeps from miles away. They'll be banging their kids and banging siblings, driving up a cliff with children on board. Watch out for the scum parade. Oh no, it's a scum parade. Look out for the scum parade, making Vinny's day.
Hey, look at that tight ending, huh?
You cleaned it up, baby.
Cleaned it up, baby.
Look at you.
I put in a little work in the jingles department.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
So we're going to start the scum parade down in Florida and work our way north today.
Okay.
This happened down in Key West. Robert Privet, a 49-year-old South Carolina resident, was busted last week following an incident at a DoubleTree resort in Key West. Privet, cops allege, slid a tiny camera under the door separating his room from that of the victims, aged 24 and 27, two very attractive blonde girls.
Yes.
Privet began recording the vacationing duo after hearing them return from the beach last Wednesday evening. After returning to the room, the younger woman was standing naked in the mirror, and she was apparently sending selfies to her boyfriend, as whores that hang out in Key West do. When the second woman exited the bathroom after showering, she noticed a long black cord that appeared to have a camera on it.
Yeah, it wasn't so small that you couldn't see it.
Right, coming from under the conjoined room's door. Police reported as the object was slowly scanning the room, the older woman yelled, "What is that? That's a fucking camera." While the woman was still frantically pointing at the object and yelling, the device was suddenly retracted under the door.
Can I make an observation on this article? I think the creep is the person who wrote it. There's so many unnecessary details. It says things like, he observed the bikini-clad women, and taking a naked photo for her boyfriend, and joking about having seashells in her vagina. I jerked off 3 times in this article, Benny.
Yeah, I know. It was hard to finish.
It's ridiculous. None of these details are important. The guy took pictures of women who are attractive and naked.
There is a detail that I really, really enjoy in this.
Which was that?
So, obviously, he hears these women. He pulls the thing back. He knows the jig is up.
Yeah.
One of the victims said she heard someone from the other room run around frantically and slam a door. The jig is up! And just like, I gotta go by. I have an emergency. I gotta check out. Like, this guy fucking bolted.
Yeah.
But he didn't go far. They called the cops.
Yep.
The cops show up and they start questioning this guy who was in the door, in the room with the fucking adjoining door.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, they were yelling and screaming. I thought they had a bug in the room or something."
Right.
And then the police described him, the longer they kept him there, as anxiously sitting, and he began to sweat. Then he reportedly confessed after the cops interviewed him again. Privet said that he had first placed the camera under the door earlier in the day when he heard the girls in the conjoining room. Asked how he used the camera to spy on people, how many times he'd done it. He said he's done it 10 plus times over the past year, all over the country.
Yeah, he travels all the time for work. And this fucking idiot says, oh, yeah, I do this all the time. The answer is, this was the first time I've ever done this.
I just bought the thing.
I just bought this. I don't even know how it works. I don't even know if this worked or not.
I was like, I wonder if this would fit under the door. I didn't know they were in there.
Just playing with the spatial relations. I wasn't sure what was going on. I don't care if there's 20 flight logs of you on the Lolita Express. The answer to the question is always, this is the first time I've ever done this, officer. It's never, yes, I've been doing it all over the country.
Correct.
You fucking moron.
Now, here's my favorite part of the story. Second favorite part.
Yeah.
He is a defense and space contractor headquartered in North Charleston, South Carolina. The arrest report identifies Privet's employer as the U.S. government.
Yep.
There it is, folks. The smoking gun. The government is spying on us all.
Well, only the hot ones.
Only
you and
the
I
hot
have nothing
ones.
to worry about.
So
I've never seen a camera slide underneath the door of my bathroom. I can tell you that for sure. No one's looking for that footage.
Don't sell yourself short. KevBot would tip you $2 for the film.
KevBot would give me $2.
Okay. We're going up to Toronto. A 74-year-old Mississauga man, I don't know how to say this. Apparently it's part of the greater Toronto area. He is facing more than a dozen charges relating to women discovering used condoms tied to their cars in parking lots in the city over the past 2 years.
Is there anything worse in an article than the term used condoms? I don't want there to ever be an article written about me that includes the terms used condoms.
I wouldn't have found the article if I couldn't find that in the Google search.
Yeah, you got a Google alert set up for pizza and used condoms. And sometimes it's the same article.
And semen. No, So, hold on. This guy was taking used condoms and tying them to cars.
74-year-old man.
Yeah. Now, what I find interesting here is the term tying them to cars. Wouldn't you think it would just be more of like a splash them on the back windshield?
The way they described it, I don't know what it actually looked like. I was picturing almost like a used condom parade going down the street. They're all tied to the cars, floating around. People are throwing out candy to children.
You know how most cars have like that little nub for an antenna up on the top now? I was thinking he like tied it to there so it looked like a Davy Crockett coonskin cap just kind of hanging down.
That's what I mean. Like, that could be fun.
Yeah.
That could be cute.
Yeah. Until you try to take it down.
And when you're done playing with it, you could bake dessert with it. There's a callback to your creep who was using semen to...
Too soon. Okay. To date, 9 women have come forward after an investigation.
It wasn't that bad a line.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Good one,
All
Carl
right.
Myers.
All right. Oh, you fucking asshole.
Peter Melagos was arrested on Monday and charged with 11 counts of mischief. In fact, I'm naming this episode Carl Myers. 2 counts of criminal harassment, 1 count of committing a indecent act, and 1 count of voyeurism. He's been released on the promise to appear in court on September 18th.
How the fuck do you get off by putting a used condom on a chick's car?
He's 74 years old. I bet you he thought, like, when his 20s, like, you know, it'd be funny if I slapped one of these here rubber bags to the side of this here trolley, whatever the fuck they had.
So you're just chalking it up to, he's 74.
He wanted to fucking have some fun.
That's what people his age do. I just don't know that many guys
It's
that
what
age.
he does because that's what he wanted to do, and he's a creepy fucking guy.
He's a creep.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you're up in the greater Toronto area and you know anything about this, please call the police at 905-456-5840.
Yeah, and if you want to correct us on how to pronounce where that was, too, please let us know on that as well.
No, if we
You're in
don't
the
care about
Toronto
your
area.
thoughts. So I have a video for our next creep, Carl.
Yep.
Let me pull this up. This is this one's fun.
A woman from Youngstown's West Side can never have pets again. Tiffany Riley pleaded guilty to bestiality and animal cruelty. Prosecutors had brought charges against her after seeing pictures of her engaging in sex acts with a small dog. Riley was given 90 days of house arrest and a $750 fine. She must also have a mental health assessment and counseling.
House arrest? Where do
Carl,
you think the dog fucking
the creep is the
happening?
judge. The creep is the judge.
What do you mean house arrest?
House arrest for 90 days and a $750 fine.
You go home and you stay with those dogs and you guys work this out.
And I'm not going to lie to you. It was 2 Shih Tzus that she was playing with, and those are the sexiest named dogs.
I don't think it said it in that video, but in the article, it said that they were looking for evidence. The house is now burned down.
Yes.
So what the fuck else was she hiding? That
You ever try to get dog cum smell out of your house?
She had to burn the house down. Dude, there are all kind of sleeper cells that don't feel the need to burn the fucking house down to hide evidence. What was this woman up to?
Solid point. I mean, they came
Going
and they...
down on dogs is terrible, but you're burning your house down over it? Jesus.
Solid.
Pay the $750 and move on.
I feel like the whole situation here is fucked up, and that the legal requirements should have been burning down the house while she was on house arrest inside of the fucking thing. Let the dogs fucking watch, then piss on the ashes.
Agreed.
So that was Tiffany Riley. What a dirty, dirty, dirty gal.
It really didn't explain what she was doing, but these are... All right, I don't want to talk about it. Move it on.
We only have one more creep today.
Good.
I'm only doing one more creep.
You're skipping the Nazi couple?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. They're all over the news. It's not fun.
Well, you know what? It's funny, though. In that video... All right, real quick. I just want to describe this because...
The Minnesota Nazi couple.
Yeah, they're wearing masks with swastikas on them.
Yes.
And the people...
And I'll put money on the fact that they're probably not the only people in the Walmart that have swastikas on them.
Probably not.
Like they're in their pockets or somewhere, their underwear.
What's great is the person who's filming is obviously a big history buff. He keeps yelling, "We fought a war with the Nazis." And I'm like, we did? No one ever talks about that. What war are we talking about? This guy must be he goes real deep with history.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we fucking know, dummy. We get it.
Yeah.
But the other thing that I wanted to point out is Wheel of Consequences.
Yeah.
We have to go into a Walmart wearing a swastika face mask.
Actually, you know what?
Add it to the wheel, Vinny. What are you, pussy?
Nope, I'm not. But I will add something to the wheel right now if you're into it.
What's that?
I got an idea. So look on your screen. Okay, hold on. Here it is. Okay. Loser has to buy a signed copy of Semenology, the Semen Bartender's Handbook for $100.
Yeah, I like that. That's funny.
And proudly go out in public and be seen reading it.
Oh, well, yeah.
You have to go to a coffee shop or something. Just sit there
That's funny.
And read it. Yes.
Okay, I'll pose like Ghislaine Maxwell did when she was at that In-N-Out Burger with the book like next to me. That'd be fun. We'll set up a whole photo shoot. Okay. Yep. I like it.
All right.
Funny.
Semenology autographed copy going on the creep off board. Also, dinner at Tom Myers Restaurant in Baltimore.
By the way, those fucking dummies, the Nazi people.
Yeah.
Their whole point was if Joe Biden is elected, we'll be in Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
That was the point I guess they were trying to make. Do they not know he was the VP for 8 years?
Apparently not. And they also don't understand how Nazi occupation works either.
I know. What the fuck are these people talking about?
Wow.
Some serious mental illness.
I mean,
going
you know
on.
what? I don't even know if that was mental illness, but I think like a quick cover story is what I think that was. No, we didn't mean it. Like, oh, you don't like these?
We don't like him either. We also hate them.
Yes,
yeah.
we
This is all
think
very
Joe Biden will
good point.
make us all
That
turn
was
into what's on my face.
That got very confusing to me. I'm like, what are they talking about?
I agree. Very confusing.
All right. One more creep.
All right. So that goes to me, I take it. Where'd they go? Okay, our final creep. On July 21st, 2020, the Clark Sheriff's Office was made aware of a posting on social media displaying a photo of an adult male in a kneeling position with one knee on the neck of a 2-year-old child.
Oh, wait a second. So now 2-year-olds are passing fake 20s? Crime is fucking rampant in this country. It's out of control.
It's getting crazy out
You gotta
there.
keep punishing them until they learn. No more fake 20s at convenience stores.
Fucking these kids passing around the fucking playpen. Think there's no consequences to anything.
We're gonna get kicked off YouTube.
So here's the thing. This is the statement from the police department in Clark County. There was a banner containing language that indicated that the image was related to the ongoing racially oriented protests. I love how they described this. And other activities taking place in various cities around the nation. 2 divisions of the Clark County Sheriff's Office immediately began an investigation and to determine the location of the incident and the identities of the individuals involved. They figured out who it was. Long story short, they found the mother and the kid, as well as the male suspect who was seen kneeling on the 2-year-old's neck in this fucking image.
Yeah.
The male was determined to be on parole,
Yep.
so he is no longer on parole. He's in fucking prison. And the mom had no goddamn idea that this happened.
That's an insane story. Isaiah Jackson. All right.
Isaiah Jackson, 20 years old. Detectives are continuing to investigate and are continuing to compile evidence related to several other persons who were directly involved in the incident, because he wasn't alone in the room. There was a bunch of other people like cheering him on to do this. And it's a really kind of disturbing picture.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, like it makes no sense why anybody would think that was a good idea. I don't know. Yeah,
But it does say in the article the child was hospitalized but was uninjured.
Yeah.
Which is like, so you just want it to be more traumatic for this kid? Now you got to go to the hospital too? Like, just let him go play or something. Like, what are you doing? Why do you go to the hospital if you're uninjured, Vinny?
My experience is kids love to get thrown around.
Oh, yeah. And they also love an overnight at the hospital. That's a lot of fun.
That is fun for them and their families. So that was this week's Creep Off. Make sure you vote for me and the Cum Cook. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I should plug his website. It's cookingwithcum.com. In case you were wondering, Carl, and you want to get a copy of the book.
Nope. But
Okay.
I'm sure I'll have to buy one soon, so it'll be fun.
Good. Make sure you vote this week, thecreepoff.com. If you want to leave a voicemail, 585-371-8108. Twitter @CreepOffPod. And for those of you who've been participating in the voting, thank you.
Yeah. Been a
Make
lot of people
sure-
voting lately. We appreciate it.
Yeah, all your bots. And please make sure that you leave a review, rate and review, please.
Okay.
All right. It's
we
nice to be
sound like a
important.
professional podcast now. We're saying
It's
all
nice to be
things.
important.
It's more important to be nice.
Gigia.
Jesus Christ. Vinny's like, all right, we're done. I've had enough of you.
Correct.
I got to look up that YouTube link.
Yes, you do.
See what's doing over here.
Can you believe it? It's not one on Ooga, ooga, ooga.